Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm not too sure why many still have bad vibes about CPF. Just look at this article and from the statement, something is not right. CPF is for old people. What? So anyway, I just want to share CPF is one of my main wealth accumulation systems. So I basically have 6 of these systems helping me to accumulate my wealth, and CPF is actually, in fact, I would say one of the first few systems I have to help me kickstart this wealth accumulation process. Now, before I talk more, maybe I just want to share a joke which you probably have heard it before. So let's say, for example, there's actually this guy asking his friend, hey, how long have you been smoking? Then his smoker friend actually say, oh, for the past 10 years, I smoke about 1 packet per day. And usually this guy will say, hey, do you know that if let's say, for example, you didn't spend that money on cigarettes, you'd be driving a BMW by now. And the smoker friend will say, hey, hello, brother, where's your BMW? Okay, I'm quite sure this is a common joke. Now, but this joke actually, highlight a sort of like a human flaw among us. So basically, most of us have money discipline issue. Okay, if you cannot save money, if you are able to spend every single cent you earn, and in fact, some of us here even spend more than what you earn, you're not alone. So in fact, it's actually quite common. I actually learned this in an economics textbook. Our spending will always increase when our income increase. You always thought that, okay, when you actually start working, when you start promote, you're able to save. That's not true. Your spending will always catch up with your income. So basically, for those who are really interested to save, to accumulate wealth, you actually need to put in a systems in place. Okay, you need to, what I call hard code it, have a system in place so that you can really accumulate wealth. And hey, CPF is actually one of this very good system. In fact, it's already done for us. So I'm actually not sure why people don't like it. So let me just give you an example here. I have, okay, so we talk about this. So let's say, for example, when you first start out, your salary about 2005. So in total, you have to put about 37%, of course, 20% will come from your salary and 17% from your employer. And into the ordinary account is 23%. So this is based on the latest numbers I actually get from the CPF website, which means to say every month, if let's say you earn about 575 per month will actually go into the ordinary account. That makes about 6,900 per year. Okay, so every year you'll be saving 6,900 to ordinary account, and for 5 years, so of course there's a little bit of financial calculation here. So for 5 years, every year CPF ordinary account give about 2.5%, which means 5 years later you would have about $36,000. And let's say, for a couple, okay, you and your boyfriend or you and girlfriend, so just working for 5 years, you accumulate about $72,000 as per the calculation here. So currently for HDB down payment is about 10%, which you can actually use CPF, which means to say after working for, in fact, for 5 years, a couple which is just work for 5 years, okay, can actually pay for HDB. Okay, you can be a property owner after working for 5 years. Think about it. I'm not sure. I think not many countries can enable us to do that. Not just working for 5 years. Now, so if you say that, okay, on your own, you can also save about 50,000, let's say for a couple, in 5 years by earning 2,500 per month. Come on. Let's not kid ourselves. You can go and try to look back. Are you seriously able to set aside $500 per month? Okay, when you only earn 2,005. So this is actually a very good system to actually accumulate wealth. Of course, this has worked for me. So as I mentioned just now, this is actually the first system to accumulate wealth. Of course, with that, I buy my first property, and yeah, you can see a wealth accumulating from that. So even till now, I am also still sort of utilizing some of the benefits from CPF. So one of a very simple example here. So assuming that now you have cash about $300,000, and at the same time you have a property loan. Okay, let's simplify the mathematics. So you have a property loan also about $300,000. So based on current interest rate, is actually about 1.4%. okay, which means your loan interest about 4,002. Now, so with this cash 12,000, what would you do? Would you actually go and pay down the loan so that you don't pay off the interest? Or the other thing, like what what I do here is this: instead, this 12,000, I'll actually put inside my CPF ordinary account, giving 2.5%. So can you see? Every year I'm actually earning extra $3,300. Okay, so of course, if let's say anything will happen, CPF in okay, the what do you call that, the bank interest rate increase or whatever reason, I could simply use the CPF money to go and pay off the loan. Okay, so so to me, I think this is a very good wealth accumulation systems. I'm not too sure why many still have bad vibes against it. So in fact, I actually use CPF. There's actually a lot of other benefits. You can actually play around with CPF to actually accumulate wealth. Okay. So of course, if you want to learn more and if you actually like what you have just heard, okay, you may want to consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, and you can actually get more of such video. So till then, do take care of yourself.